Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of January 2023 for anyone who has sun, moon or rising in the sign of Capricorn. So my dear Capricorns, this is going to be your reading if you're a Capricorn, sun, moon or rising, or if you're a cross watcher and you're watching it for someone who's dear to your heart and you're a Capricorn and you would like to know how January is going to be unfolded for them, this might be the video that you would like to watch. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel during the past year. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you like the kind of work that I do, please check out the playlist on this channel. There are other readings that you might want to watch. There are also some time-free, timeless readings that you can watch, and whenever you feel like to get to that is when you were guided to receive those messages. Thanks to all of you who contacted me for private readings. If you are interested to have one, please find my contact in the About tab. With that, let's start the reading and see what is coming for Capricorn um, in this January. And Happy New Year to all of you. Um, let's see what energies we can channel today. If you have a specific question, have it present in your mind. Just maybe take a deep breath and focus. And let's see what we are channeling today. What do we need to know, and um, this? What is this reading guiding us, and what is the message that we have to um, communicate with my dear Capricorn? So, from the very beginning, I see a beautiful hummingbird. You are going to be very active. It's going to be a very active month for you. In the around the new year, Venus is in your sign Capricorn. You might get a fantastic opportunity in relationships. It can be in love or romance, or it can be basically in your work situation, any kind of relationship, business, romance. See, beautiful hummingbird. That's really incredible. There is an opportunity coming to you. Very good news. Fast, active. You're on the right path. You know exactly what you want. You're able to find your target. You are able to find the right from the wrong. You have a beautiful awareness. And also, I can say that you are more romantic. You might be thinking more about your family or family related um, things might occupy you, and it might be something that you focus in January. Very beautiful. I really like that. Some of you are reading, trying to get some awareness, trying to get some knowledge. And maybe someone is going back to the gym, something that you used to do, and there will be opportunities for you to do it again or to get back to it. Maybe you were busy for a while and you couldn't go to the gym. But this year, things are moving better, if like in a better way in general, and you have more time, for example, to go to the gym. If something occupied you or like took a lot of your time in the last year, you were not able to commit to something that you usually like to do, you will have the space and bandwidth to do that in January. I see that things are opening up for you. Wow, there is a beautiful, how can I say, there is some really awareness that you're, maybe even some of you have experienced very vivid dreams, or a path has come very clear to you. Maybe you have known the people around you, maybe you have learned a lesson in the past year, or when you are in your life now, you feel like you're more mature. You have learned a lesson, definitely. You have faced something. I just give you an example. Maybe you, for example, faced losing a dear one, or maybe you faced getting sick or dealing with someone who was sick, or just dealing with a difficult situation in your life. Can be financial, any aspect of your life, and it is over now. You survived. You are okay. You are back to life again. You are back to your norm again, but you have learned a very big lesson. I very much channel the energy that you have known, like you something from someone or from a situation has been very clear to you, and now you're like, now I know. For example, if you had a good friend or a family member that you were hoping to get along with, or something like that, but now you know that there's no way, like, or maybe the other way. Now you know that your best friend is like really your best friend, or your parents or your spouse, they have like proved themselves to you, something like that. um, there is still challenges, but I see these challenges are giving you a lot of message. Some of you, again, you have realized that something is getting clear to you, and there's a lot for you to learn. An example is that I can say one of you or some of you are like starting in your career, a new job. You just started a new course. You decided to go back to school. You now know that you have to learn something, can be a new language, but it's very new to you. Some of you are starting something very new. You might land in a new place. You might find yourself doing something totally different that you thought, but it's very good. It's very beautiful, and there's a lot of expansion. And I see guidance for you coming from the above, from the universe. It's definitely guidance, but you cannot still see it for full. Like you can't see it 100%. You know what you want to do, but you still are like taking cautious, and you're not 100% sure. But if your intuition is telling you what to do, think about it, and go with your intuition. I would say this is the message I channel for you. Definitely, some of you have started a new path, which is beautiful. I see very clear and pure energy. If you have started a new relationship, it is, I mean, I still feel like you're a little bit doubtful, a little bit, I don't want to say scared, but you're still doubtful on wherever you are right now. Everything is maybe new. Maybe you have been promoted to a new job, and you are like, I don't know what to do. Like it's a very, like I don't know, it's a high responsibility job. But Capricorn, don't worry. You are very responsible, and you are going to, and you are very devoted to what um, you commit to. This is you, this is in your nature. And this is just a little bit of stress that you are like, oh my God, I have to do very well in this. I can see that some of you might be like completed your degree, specifically a medical degree, and you have to practice now, or maybe you have to do your solo surgery, and you're like, oh, like you're just, um, just trying to make sure that you do it well. And I think it's a lot about a lot of responsibilities that you feel on your shoulder. Again, it can be about your family, about maybe your kids are going back to school, or you just have more, you feel like you are more responsible. That's great. People know you and admire you for this sense of being so much responsible, and don't over bother yourself for your commitment. um, when you commit to something, in general, Capricorn, it is, you do it when you know you can do it. So I'm not worried about that. Don't make it a big deal. There is someone that you might be worried about, because I don't know if they are experiencing some hardship in their life. There's something that comes and goes from this person. Maybe like someone is in financial difficult, like hardship, and it's not you, but I see that you might be affected. Maybe they ask you for money, or maybe you give money to someone, they borrowed and they haven't get it back, like they haven't paid back, and you're sometimes thinking about that. um but I see a beautiful realization for some of you. Some of you might find your soulmate. You might even experience them, or something which is very close to your heart, or you feel someone guiding you or telling you what to do, or when maybe when you're very down and upset, someone come, I mean energetically there is some support for you. Definitely your guides, your angels, and your um soulmate even maybe is very close to you, and they're watching you, they're sending you messages, and they're trying to be on your side, and they're definitely on your side. um the commitment you are worried about is for something really good and precious. Don't worry about it, it's going to be all okay. Someone is buying new wardrobe. Maybe you have to buy new wardrobe for your new job, or your for your new whatever you're doing, which is actually good. You might spend a little bit money more than usual on maybe updating your closet, but it's worth it. um, I mean, if you are interested, or you like to do meditation, this is something you might do. I think I see some of you, you're uh, trying to, I don't know, take it easy. You might be reading a little bit more these days than usual. Maybe you're taking it slow for January. You're not. Um, I mean, you're taking it slow, you're digesting something, maybe decision. I see definitely someone is basically um, in front of the TV, just collapsed on the couch and watching TV. I see the remote control in their hand. So they're just, but I see your mind is busy, definitely. Like you're thinking about something while you're watching TV or whatever you're doing. You have plans, and some of you, I definitely see the responsibility for you. If you, I don't know, if you have a boat or somehow a kayak or something that you do it like in a sport is actually very good for you. It might help you clear your mind and basically, I mean, there's something that you need to focus, Capricorn. I see a lot of you, even if you spend with time with your family, they find you that you are thinking, you are not 100% with them. Your mind is somewhere else, and what I can challenge is that your mind is like with a responsibility. And again, because many people are watching, so there are a lot of energies. I can't be specific about what exactly everyone is thinking about, but it's something about the commitment. But the people around you, they can feel that you're not the same Capricorn. You're like a little bit more into, even if you're eating, you're some of you want to stay, like, be alone, spend some time by yourself most of the time, more than usual. And people might find it like, why Capricorn is doing this, why they are trying to some of you are examining a situation, are you're going back to find answers, or you're evaluating again. Definitely some of you have a connection with a very important and high ranking person. Maybe you have been given a mission, or something that you need to really, it's very delicate, you have to spend time. Maybe you have to prepare for a big exam, but this is the bulk of the energy that I can channel for you. If you are a female energy, I see very, very, very supportive energy for you. Maybe you're doing some spiritual work, which is really helping you to expand your spiritual capacity, even I can say. Some of you might make important decisions in your life. You might choose to go on a trip. You might that like or maybe take a responsibility somewhere else in a different location which you have never been, but you're like, I'm gonna do that. And as I said, some of you might do it because you want to make sense of something, or you want to find something, maybe about your ancestors, maybe about your roots, maybe about a question you always had in your mind, something that you want to find out is calling you. Some of you might have lost something somewhere, and you're going to see if you can find it, any trace of it. Some of you are waiting to hear something about an answer about the decision. It's coming, not that quickly. It's definitely not coming in January, but it's coming. You just need to be a little bit more patient. Um, this is for very specific people. If someone asks you to take care of their kids, and I feel like maybe this happens for some of you, and you don't have any choice, maybe I don't know, the parents are in trouble for that kid and they wanted you to take it. I mean, and this is a very big responsibility on your shoulder, but I would say you can do it. But again, you're analyzing the situation. Um, and this is a little bit hard. It's a situation you can't say no, and it's not an easy one to accept very quickly. That's just for very specific people. Um, for some of you, I feel like you are going to ask a big boss or some important person for a favor, or for a, maybe you have to go to an institution, organization for a loan or for something, and then, or maybe you have to go to your boss to ask for some time off because you have some personal issues, but you don't know what to do with your responsibilities. I see that kind of energy. Um, they will say okay to you. I mean, if they said a no already, if you heard a no answer from a boss or organization, it is revisable. You can go and ask for a revision, or I don't know, like somehow um, ask again, maybe bring a little bit more details, or give them some clarity, or just ask a different person if it's possible. There is still a way for you to go back and revisit that issue, because again, I see your mind is very busy, Capricorn, and you're not talking to others, and others are asking themselves why you're so quiet. Definitely I see a child next to some of you. I don't know if you're thinking about adoption, and I see not a baby or toddler, like it's a child, or even not a teenager, maybe like a 5 to 7 year old, and I see them as a girl, as a girl, female energies around you. um, I can say some of you have been so upset, you have been crying, or something is very hard on, very heavy on your chest. There is a Capricorn energy definitely for you, but maybe some of you had to make a very hard decision and say to other people, and you hate it, and it's because of your responsibility. Maybe you're a person of law, whatever. You have to do something against your wish, or it's just your responsibility, and it's dragging you. Like down, you're very upset. Maybe you had to give a, like, maybe you're a lawyer, or I don't know, you're in a court, and then you had to make a judgment based on law, based on your duty, based on your commitment, which you didn't even want to, but you had to. I see a Scorpio season, something is a little bit dark on your chest, which is heavy on your chest, but I feel the energy of commitment, and you have no way, and you have to go with your commitment. I see you prefer your commitment and the right thing to do than your feelings. Definitely there is something you sign or you stamp, or it comes and something gets official. mm, Things are for other part of the life, your life, maybe things are going a little bit slow at the moment, and you're like going with the slowness, but you're not happy. um, but I see that in January, definitely with the hummingbird I saw in the beginning of your reading, I can tell you, you can change it. You have to be a little bit more persistent. For some of you, I see you have you're just going with what is happening. You accepted it, and you are just trying to deal with it. Again, the energies are very complex here. Very hard to figure out exactly what is going on with you, Capricorn. But whatever it is, I can tell you, the energies are telling me 100%. You can go back and revise it. You don't need to settle with it, whatever it is. I don't know what it is for everyone, but you don't need to digest it. You don't need to accept it as is, even if it's a verdict, even if it's someone or your boss or whatever, your parent, your spouse, your friend told you something and they said it's final, it's still, you can go and change it. Don't try to isolate yourself and just be upset about it. Some of you feel like you don't have any power and you have to accept it, but that's not what I see. That's not what the energies are telling me. That's not the case. I don't feel like that. I think you still can go back and ask for a revision. Somehow I see some of you are very angry. You have a stone in your hand, and you are so upset you don't even throw it to that person that you're upset with. You just keep it in your hand and you're pressing it. um, Let go of this energy, Capricorn. I see, I mean, with these beautiful things that are happening in your sign, there's a lot of, I mean, Pluto is in your sign, Venus is in your sign, and very soon Sun is in your sign in January. So it's a very busy energy. That's why your reading is very complex. There is, I see very mixed energies for Capricorn. Some of them I see a lot of power, a lot of happy energy. You are going to be very productive. You have some responsibilities that you are very happy about, and you can do a lot. Some of you get commitments that you can do. Some of you get promotions, developments in your love and any kind of relationship, as I mentioned in the beginning. But on the other hand, for people who are more affected by Pluto, I see a little bit of darkness, hurt, and heaviness on their chest, and they're like trying to, as I explained, I'm not going to repeat, they're trying to deal with the situation, and I think they can change it. So again, the energies are very different, but in general, because right now your sign Capricorn is very busy with many planets, and the energies are very complex. But I'm just trying to read it for everyone, and I hope you can. The messages are very different, and that's because of the energies. Um, But again, I see for a lot of you, you're examining. If you are a manager, if you are controlling, if you have people reporting to you, you're controlling something, you're very controlling. You have been very controlling. Someone might come to you for forgiveness. Someone that you might have, I don't know, I don't want to say you have punished them, but you were angry with them. Maybe you asked them to work harder. Maybe you failed them if you're a teacher. They might come back for a forgiveness or for revision. If people come for you for revision, and ask you something again, please make sure you can, if you can do something for them, if there's any way you can help them, please do that. I see letter P, and I feel the energy of public and private. So some things are public, that you are a different person in public and a different person in your private life. Again, I see the energy of male in power, very, very strong. Um, So again, I see a lot of Pluto energy here, who's trying to control people. And also I see people that are thinking they are being controlled and there's no way they can change something. So that's a very complex reading. Energies are very, very much different. And that's how I would say, as above, so below. What happens in the sky and is now in your sign, you have so many planets there. Mercury, I guess, is also gonna is was there, is going to be there in January. And that's why these things are getting very, very um, pressured, and your mind might be very busy in different ways. Um, I would say try to rest and relax a little bit, try to slow down a little bit. January is going to be a little bit, a lot of pressure on you for both groups, those groups that because of sun, you have a lot of activity, happiness, light and energy, you're working hard, you're very happy, that's good, but still slow down a little bit if you can. Um, and the other part who Pluto is affecting them, try to be a little bit more easy on yourself because of the dark energies that are trying to, I don't know, send you a message or pull you down or make you feel like a victim. Don't let that happen, um, because when Pluto and Sun are going to meet in the end of the month, it is going to be um, bringing a lot of clarity. For some of you, it's going to be changes that you will visualize. For some of you, there's going to be a big bang that you will experience. So that was your reading, Capricorn. Very mixed energies, very heavy. I hope, and for some of you, fantastic with sun. There's a lot of activities going on. I hope you like the reading. Happy New Year, and until the next time, stay blessed.